Hi, I'm Matt, and I do a lot of videos on guitar pedals and board walkthroughs and stuff. I have been on a quest for some years now to find a kind of a mid gain overdrive that I love. Mainly, I'm looking for one that fits well with my bridge pickup. So, like when I switch into higher gear on a song or whatever. And I've been having a difficult time. I've gone through a number of, blues breaker types and tube screamer types and a rat, and the rat's pretty good. The others I have not cared for that much. And anyway, I'm making this video today because I finally found one that I love. I think this is the best mid gain drive that I've ever played, and it's the Mojo Hand Rook. I became aware of this because Thrice, or Dustin Kensrue from Thrice, uses them, one of my favorite bands of all time. I picked one up just to check it out. They're not terribly expensive, and I got a good deal on this one. It's the greatest. It's so fantastic. So I'll get to the sounds in just a second. I want to run through the clipping modes because there's 3 of them. So I'm about to say some words that I only barely understand, but the top mode on the clipping switch is a silicon clipping. That's the one that's supposed to be the closest to like a tube screamer on here, I guess. They describe them as like classic overdrive tones, a little more compressed, just kind of a good like a tube screamery thing. The middle position takes the clipping diodes out of the circuit, and it's kind of a clean drive that's less compressed and louder than the other two. And then the bottom mode is kind of a high gain LED clipping, and it's supposed to be a little more raw and edgy. Other than the clipping modes, it has a bass and a treble knob that are capable of cutting or boosting. So with both the treble and the bass knobs down, it's supposed to give it a mid hump like a tube screamer has. And with the treble and the bass knobs up, you start to get like a mid scoop. So this is my clean tone on the bridge pickup. The bridge pickup is the one that I got this drive to use with because I have a really hard time finding something where my bridge pickup doesn't sound kind of thin. So that is anything but thin. I'm loving what this drive does to my bridge pickup. What I started it up here on is my favorite setting on it, which is the up clipping switch, the more tube screamery one, with the bass and the treble up a ways. This is how I tend to use it, so I'll start here. So it's awesome for this kind of pop punky, like mid 2000s thing that I play sometimes. It sounds perfect for that in this mode. Similarly, this more modern, kind of mathier version of that same sound. And then I really like it on single string, kind of rhythmy things. So if you lower the treble and the bass knobs from where I have them, it'll be a little flatter EQ. And then if you take them below there, that's where you get the mid hump. So there it really sounds like a tube screamer to me. Kind of like it with the gain at least halfway up. It kind of loses me down in this range. So this is not even the high gain mode. This is still in the tube screamer mode, but there's, if you crank the gain all the way up, plenty of gain available here. Plenty of volume too if you need it. That's too much. So the middle one is where the clipping diodes are taken out of the circuit, I guess. I don't really understand what that means because it's actually still pretty overdriven. But it's definitely less compressed, which is how they describe this middle mode. It's supposed to be a little bit closer to like a clon or something in the sense of not being compressed in a tube screamery way. So this middle mode with the gain all the way down should be the least gain possible on this pedal. And it's still breaking up a little. That might just be my rig. Lots of volume on this mode. So that's that gets kind of fuzzy. That's not great for riffing, it seems like. So a lot of volume on this mode, but not tight enough for like heavy playing. So here's the more compressed mode compared to this middle, more open mode. So you can kind of see the difference. The middle one is going to be a lot louder. So I like the top clipping mode better for the way it kind of, I think the compression it has is useful to riffing and keeping some of that flubbiness out of it. But this middle mode would probably be best as like a lead boost or something because it really adds a lot of volume. Yeah, it sounds pretty great on single string and like, double stops. Riffing in here is pretty flubby. And then this is the high gain mode, which is probably best for that. So let me compare the high gain versus the top clipping mode again. Those two are a lot closer to each other than either one of them is to the middle position. There is a bit more gain here, obviously. Again, this is my clean tone. Just so you can see that all of that is pretty much coming from the pedal. This high gain mode's really cool. It's good for riffing like that, but it's got good note separation if you need to do a chord or something like. Here's max gain on the high gain mode. So with the gain all the way up and then the mid scoop all the way in, you really get like a scooped metal sound. I like it a little bit less scooped than that. But this sounds pretty cool. It's crazy that the high gain mode goes from like Metallica riff this like totally chill. You could use this for a worship lead. So wide range of gain available on this bottom mode from this. To that. The top mode, it goes from pretty much nothing so I would describe the top mode as going from no gain to like alt rock. The bottom mode goes from nothing to metal. Anyway, this is my favorite overdrive I have ever tried for my bridge pickup. I have other ones I like for the neck, mainly the Timmy. So I wonder how close I can get this to sound. I mean, honestly, it sounds good at that too. But the mid capabilities that it has, being kind of tube screamer-ish, really helps with the thinness of the bridge pickups on my guitars. And the ability to dial in some extra bass there helps with that too. Anyway, I hope this is helpful to somebody. I didn't see a lot of videos about this pedal currently on YouTube, which is one reason I made this. I'm glad I took the plunge on it. I listened to the like couple of demos that there are. Wasn't sure, got a good price and grabbed one. I'm super glad that I did. Anyway, Very cool overdrive.